So here's how you can reliably get customers from Reddit in just 5 minutes a day. I'm going to show you the exact workflow that I'm using in Bazzly to get over 100 high intent visitors to my tool every week. So I'll just click join with Google from a new account so you can see this setup from scratch. Once you're in, the first thing Bazzly needs is your product URL. It uses it to pre-fill all information about your product, so you don't have to do any of that manually. As you can see, Bazzly has pre-filled everything for me, and it will use all this information when finding leads or when generating messages. You can adjust anything you want here, but to be honest, most founders just leave the defaults and only fine-tune specific keywords later. Here are all the subreddits it's going to monitor, so just make sure you have here the ones you want. Here you can tweak your DM template, which is used to generate DMs for you. A neat feature here is that you can add variables to make your DMs personalized and increase your reply rates. For example, in the default template, the DM will automatically summarize the user's main problem, and then it will position your tool as something that can help solve it. I'll just keep this default DM template because it does work well for most founders. Alright, we just got to the exciting part, and that is the auto queue DMs and replies feature. And this is where Bazzly can save you a lot of time, because it can automatically qualify leads for you and prepare messages that you can just review and send. I'll just go ahead and enable auto DMs. Here you can add a score threshold, which is basically how closely a Reddit post matches your product. And below we have the lead classifications, which basically tell Bazzly what kind of intent signals do you want to automatically queue these DMs for. For most founders, I recommend selecting the first 4. These are your highest intent type signals, so they're most likely to convert into paying customers. And finally, auto queue replies follows the same approach. Since posting replies is generally more risky than sending DMs, I recommend only selecting the first intent signal, but if you want more volume, you can select more. Alright, once everything looks good, just click Save Project. Alright, now Bazzly will start scanning Reddit for high intent leads. It usually takes under a minute for the first leads to appear, so I'll see you in a bit. Alright, I'm back, and as you can see, Bazzly has already found 63 leads for me. Now, if you get less leads than this, that's totally normal, because it all depends on the niche, keywords, and the subreddits you're tracking. Each lead shows the fit score and the type of intent, whether they're looking for a product like yours or describing a problem your product solves. From here, I can either reply to the post or DM the lead. Let's start with replying. Since this lead is describing a problem that my product solves, and previously I've only enabled auto replies when they're explicitly asking for a tool, Bazzly hasn't prepared a reply for me. So I can write my own or have Bazzly generate one. I'll let it generate. And as you can see, it generates a long and helpful reply, and it mentions my tool as something that can help them. From here, I can either copy and post it manually on Reddit, or I can add it to the outreach queue and let the Bazzly extension post it for me. I'll add it to outreach so I can show you how that works. Alright, now let's show you how I can DM the lead. Since I've already enabled auto DMs for this type of intent, you can see that Bazzly has already prepared a message for me and queued it automatically. I didn't have to search for this post or write anything, it's all done for me. So this page is great when you want to have full control, because you can manually browse through leads, respond to posts, and see what your competitors are posting. And this will already save you a lot of time, because you don't have to browse on Reddit anymore. But the real game changer comes from automating outreach itself. So I'll go to the outreach page and show you how that works. Alright, this is the outreach page, and here you can find all the DMs and replies that Bazzly has automatically queued for me, along with the reply that I manually queued. Before sending anything, I can review all messages and make any quick edits. For example, this DM is too long for my taste, so I'm gonna change it. And that's it. I can continue reviewing. Once everything looks good, I can just click send and Bazzly will open Reddit with the extension. As you can see, I have 7 DMs and 2 replies ready to send. From here, I can click start outreach and it will start sending these DMs and replies through my account the same way I would do it manually, just automated. As you can see, Bazzly starts doing the same steps that I would do it manually. I can pause the process anytime, or I can leave it running in the background while I do my other work. If I want to check the progress, I can click on the pinned extension and see what's happening. Alright, I'll let it finish running and I'll come back. See you in a bit. Alright, I'm back, and as you can see, it has finished the outreach and it shows me how many messages were sent or skipped, and I didn't have to do any of that myself. And that is the exact workflow that I've been using every day to consistently get over 100 high intent visitors every week. Bazzly finds the leads and prepares the messages for me, and all I do is just spend 5 minutes every day reviewing before letting the extension automatically send them for me. So if you want to start getting customers from Reddit using this exact workflow, you can try Bazzly completely risk-free with a 7-day free trial. It just takes a 2-minute setup for you to start converting leads the same day.